Hello everyone, thank you for tuning into this video. On this video, I'm formally introducing myself as a spiritual life coach. I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I chose to be a spiritual life coach, what qualifies me to be a spiritual life coach, and then I'll give you one of the first and most easily applied steps to becoming a more spiritually healthy person. All right, everyone. So the reason I chose to become a spiritual life coach is because I believe that everything that exists starts out in spirit. I believe that there is a creator God. There is a mind behind material. It's not just matter and energy. There is actually a spiritual mind, which is the mind of God that created all things. So that means that everything has its source, has its origin in some place spiritual. Now, if you want to learn more about my relationship with spirit and my experience with spirit, I actually have a video that I recently released that's called My Experience with Spirit. I'll have that linked in the description below. In that video, My Experience with Spirit, you'll learn about my life path, different paths that I've taken in spirituality over the course of my life, and the foundation that is so strong and healthy that I have now, in which allows me to even be a spiritual life coach for other people and give advice on these sort of spiritual topics. So that aside, since everything has its origin in spirit, I believe it's most important to have a spiritually aware mindset. I believe if you are more aware of what's going on the spiritual world, in the spirit, then you'll know more about what's going on in your own life and the source for why things are happening in life. But that's not the reason I'm creating this video. I just want to introduce you to why it is that I chose to become a spiritual life coach. And that's the reason, because I believe spirit is one of the most important topics that we can think about, talk about, and learn about to be able to understand what's going on in the world around us. So that being said, as a spiritual life coach, I have certifications in certain topics that allow me to learn more and know more about my relationship with spirit and everyone else's relationship with spirit as well. Certifications such as body language, such as mindfulness. I've got a certification with HeartMath Institute that allows me to tell you about their research without any copyright issues or anything along those lines. And HeartMath Institute does a lot of research about the human heart and how it relates to your brain. It's very, very interesting stuff. I've talked about it several times on the OIC podcast as well as on this YouTube channel here. And their research is peer-reviewed and very well done. That being said, other certifications I have is I am certified as a mindfulness coach. I'm certified to be able to teach you about different life coaching techniques that really do make a difference, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, things along those lines. If you'd like to know more about my certifications and what qualifies me to be a spiritual life coach, then you can reach out to me at anewwwaywithnoah@gmail.com. So now I'd like to give you one of the most important steps, one of the very foundational steps of being a spiritually healthy individual, one of the most easily applied steps that you can apply to your life today, which allows you to have a healthier relationship with spirit and at least helps you to get your mind more clear and get your space more clear so that you can have a relationship and interactions with spirit, with God, with the Creator that is more easily received and more easily understood in your heart and your mind. So that first step, that one of the very first steps that you can always do and that you can consistently do in your interactions with spirit and in your relationship with spirit and the spiritual world that we exist in, is to be able to take care of the material things around you, such as cleaning your room, making your bed. Those are two very easy things that we can consistently do. Now, I'm not just talking about, our rooms. I'm not just talking about making our beds. I'm not just talking about cleaning our cars out. But I'm also talking about the different people we interact with on a daily basis. So I'm not necessarily calling your family members material things. They are living beings and they have spirits as well. So when you're interacting with a human being, you're interacting with a spiritual being as well as someone that's in the material just like I am. I have a physical body. But this is so important because how we take care of the world around us, how we take care of what God has blessed us with, is also reflective of how we're going to take care of our relationship with God, how we're going to take care of ourselves in having a relationship with God. So one of the first and most easily applied steps to improve our relationship with Spirit is to be able to clean our room, make our bed, clean our car, make sure that there's not too much clutter going on and not too much to have to worry about that takes our minds away from a spiritual and mindful mindset. If you're feeling stressed about, oh, I have to clean this up, oh, I have to take care of this, take care of that, whatever it be, whether it be getting your car washed or whatever it is, make sure you're taking care of that. Prioritize some time every day to clean something around the house, to clean something in your direct environment. And then also, make sure you're taking care of your relationships in life. Make sure you're reaching out to friends, family, and loved ones, especially those who have given you the gift of love, of true human decency and love, and to be able to take care of those people. Prayer is a great way of allowing your relationships to improve because you're interacting with Spirit and you're allowing God to step in for you to be able to take care of the people in your life as well. That doesn't mean, though, that you should not interact with some of these people. It's important. It's important to make sure that they know on a real physical level that you love them as well as them loving you. Relationships are not one-sided. It's a two-way street. So that is the first lesson in spiritual life coaching. You need to make sure that if you want a healthier relationship with Spirit, you have a healthy environment as well as healthy relationships in your life. Very simple, very easy to apply. Just make sure you're working on them and having some of your energy going towards those types of things. Clean your room, make your bed every morning if you can, and make sure there's not too much clutter on the floor that you have to step over and worry about. Make sure you're taking care of any pets or animals that you have. Make sure that, of course, you are showing love to your family, friends, and loved ones. Thank you for tuning into this video, this episode of A New Way with Noah. Moving forward, I'll be making more of these healthy tips videos so that you can have more that you can stack on top of one another. If you are already doing this on a daily basis, good for you. I applaud you in being able to cultivate a healthier relationship with Spirit and with family and with your environment in doing so. And I recommend that you watch the next video coming out in this series of spiritual life coaching. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed what I had to say, if you found value in my words, then please visit anewwway.com. We have a podcast there called Omnipresent Information Connection. In that podcast, we share tons of information just like what I've told you now. And I recommend watching Tips for Healthy Living. That podcast is a great one if you enjoyed the content in this video. And I will see you on that website. Until then, stay blessed. Thank you.